doesn't matter if you've been playing harmonica for a while or you have just begun, this year could be the one where you get really damn good, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do that. As I post this, it's the start of a new year, and while I don't especially feel like a new year, new me, all that, at the same point, it's a good time to check in with how things are going with your music process. In this video, I will share 5 steps that you can follow to get really good at harmonica in just 1 year. Really quick, I have a free course for you if you want to check it out. It's called the Harmonica Accelerator, and it is a daily practice that you can follow to help you get really good at the harmonica. Everything in this video will still be relevant. This is more of like a big picture kind of thing, and that course is about the very specifics. You can find the link down below in the description. I hope you enjoy it. All right, let's jump right into it. First, you need to identify your level. Where are you currently at? That's our first step. This will help you learn what to do next. You got to know where you are to know where you want to go. So let's go break this down into levels, and we're going to number them from 1 to 5. Okay, so let's start with level 1, the novice. If you're at this level, you are starting to play, but things are rough, Maybe you can play some easy songs, but your single notes are messy. That's the biggest characteristic that I see. You probably can't bend, and pretty much everything you learn is new to you. Next, we have level 2, the beginner. At this level, you are watching lots of lessons on YouTube, probably. You're just taking it all in. You're working on your bends. You may be able to play some simple songs and jams at this point. And you're also probably getting the hang of single notes. At the same time, more complex things like improvising and difficult songs, learning them seems pretty daunting. And with more practice, eventually, you're going to hit level 3, the student. At this level, you realize there's a lot you don't know, and you're trying to piece it all together. Your skills are getting better and more refined, but you know that there's still a long way to go. But hey, at this point, you can at least play some cool things and show off this skill that you've been working on. This is when you really start to feel like a harmonica player. And on that note, usually after a while, you'll hit level 4, the player. These are my levels. I'm going to call them what I want to. At this level, you've learned most of the skills and concepts, and you're just jamming, You may be spending your time recording videos, playing on stage, and improvising. Harmonica playing has become a normal part of your life at this point, and it's just a matter of time until you hit level 5, which is the master. This is the level where you are playing in bands, you're teaching, you're just doing your own thing, You have your own playing style and preferences, and playing harmonica is as simple as talking. It really can feel like that. So before we continue, I'm really curious, what level are you currently at? Let me know down below in the comments. Once you identify your level, step 2 is to find what you're missing. Have you ever seen The Gap by Ira Glass? I'll link it in the description. It's worth a watch. It's very short. And the condensed version is, you got into a creative field, like playing music, like playing harmonica, because you had good taste. But the reality of your skills, what you're actually able to do, doesn't match up to that taste. There's a gap. Okay? The solution is to really just do more work. Just understand that this feeling is a normal part of the learning process. In our case, this means to just keep playing and get good at identifying what you need to do to get closer so your playing actually matches what you could possibly do, music that you can hear in your head. Eventually you can get to a point where you can just translate that into your instrument. And to get there, it's a constant process of finding out what you don't know and filling in those gaps of your knowledge. So you'll get closer to playing how you imagine you could. I'm going to make this practical, so here are some tips based on those levels we established before. So level 1 players, these are the novices. These players should focus on getting clean single notes and developing rhythmic control. Some simple songs should help with this. Level 2 players, those beginner players, should be working on their techniques and challenging themselves to work on more difficult material that's above their current skill level, right? If you only do what you've done previously, how are you going to get better? You got to be challenging yourself. Level 3 players could be drilling their scales and their techniques, really getting their core skills down while expanding their repertoire of musical ideas and influences, which we're going to talk about in a bit. This is where playing starts to get really complex, but also a lot more fun and serious. Level 4 players, these are the people that are actually comfortable musicians. These people should be focusing on building a good routine of harmonica playing and getting out of their comfort zone, whether that is, playing with new styles or with new people and new situations. And level 5 players, you kind of got to figure it out, but you can always keep pushing and keep getting better. Music is a type of skill where there is no ceiling. You can just keep going. But at this point, I don't really have suggestions to you. It's more of an individual journey based on your particular goals once you've hit level 5. If this video is helping you so far, would you do me a solid and click the like button? It helps this video spread to more people. I appreciate it. Thanks. Once we find what we're missing, it's time for step 3, which is training. For this step, you're actually doing the work. This could refer to cleaning up techniques by playing them over and over, like bends. A big one is playing your scales. I recommend that you play your scales with a metronome. It's so important. Or you could use my upcoming harp trainer program, which is releasing on January 17th. It's going to automate the whole process of practicing your scales on the harmonica. You'll hear more about it next week. I'm super excited to share this with you guys, so stay tuned. This training step is critical if you want to really develop your skills, and it can be a challenge, and that's why I've been working on this tool to make it easier for you guys. Next, once your technical skills are up to par, it's time for step 4. You need to build your musical library. This could mean learning riffs and licks to add to your improvised solos. This could also mean learning full songs. This step will probably look different based on your taste and your current skill level, but it's really important. Let me make a parallel with my art practice to help you understand this. I am an oil painter. And as I've been learning how to paint, I have found a lot of similarities between music and art. To make better art, you need to absorb new images and study them. You look at reference images and you draw or you paint them. And over a period of time, not only do you get better at the process, but you also start to develop a library of ideas, which will subconsciously start showing through your artwork, and your skills will start tightening up. This could be something stylistic like brushwork, or colors, or something thematic like what you're actually choosing to create. However, you need to go through this period of study to make anything good or new. It's really essential in the development of your skills, at least in art, but it is the same for music as well. You need experience to play well. And as much as I love improvising, you really need to study the players that have come before you. We stand on the shoulders of giants, so don't try to reinvent the wheel. Learn from the best harp players of the past and the present. Learning songs is like studying with a great teacher. It forces you to get in their head and find out how they tick, and then naturally you absorb a little of their creative DNA, and it shows in your playing. Finally, step 5 is to set goals. This may be recording and sharing music videos, joining a regular local jam, or playing on stage with a band. Try to choose something that scares you just a little bit. It's not even really about hitting that goal or how achievable it is. It's the act of chasing that goal that will stretch you in unexpected ways. The person you are becoming as you move closer towards it will improve your skills much more than just watching YouTube videos in your house. So get out there and make this year one where you stop just messing around on the harp and really start playing. I hope that this helped. I will see you next time. Peace.